BLM, Antifa, they're murderers. They're killing people just because we don't like what they like. They're killing babies, not letting them live so they can put it on their skin so they can feel prettier.
Are you aware that somebody just had snuck into the Capitol building and was shot and killed?
The Democrats killed them.
The police?
The police killed them. I say we get the military in and take them all down. Arrest them all and get them for treason. Killing is not okay here.
Y'all see this right here? This is the woman that died today at the terrorist attack on the U.S. Capitol. That same woman tweeted this tweet yesterday. I'm seeing a bunch of shit on Facebook and Twitter talking about say that woman's name, and I refuse to say her name in this TikTok. Breonna Taylor was asleep in her bed. Asleep in her bed. And she was executed by the police. This woman stormed the Capitol. This woman committed not only an act of domestic terrorism, but this woman committed an act of treason, punishable by death. They are not the same.
It's not just the Capitol. Folks tried to run the Biden-Harris bus off the road in Texas. In Michigan, people tried to kidnap the governor. In Oregon, they stormed the legislature, guns drawn. White supremacy is our greatest threat, and we must face it head on.
As you know, there was rampant and widespread voter fraud in the 2020 election. The radical left Democrats are trying to steal your country. We need to fight for it back. All of my fellow patriots, come to Washington, D.C. on the 6th. March to the Capitol building and show them that we will not give up our country. Fight like hell. Hell yes, we just busted through the front door of the Capitol building. We brought pipe bombs. We got zip ties in case we want to take any hostages. We are ready to reclaim our country. Revolution. We absolutely condemn the violence that's happening at the Capitol building right now. This is not who we...
This mob was in good part President Trump's doing, incited by his words, his lies. This violence, in good part, his responsibility, his everlasting shame. Today's events certainly would not have happened without him.
Democracy relies on disagreement. And also politics relies on a certain amount of playing on people's emotions and appealing to how we understand the world rather than a bunch of rational facts. But there is a thing called false equivalence. We can always find a complete piece of shit liberal. We can always find a complete piece of shit conservative. And if you can do that, then you can say everybody's, but no political party, no group of people has ever interrupted the process of transferring power from one president to another. This is the first time in our country's history that that has ever happened. This is not something that some political parties do this time and we'll do it next time. No, this has never happened before and it should never happen again. Our leaders swore to uphold the law and the Constitution. This is not politics. It's an attack on democracy.
We still don't yet feel safe around other members of Congress. One just tried to bring a gun on the floor of the House today. I believe it was Representative Andy Harris of Maryland. He tried to bring in a gun onto the House floor. There are separate House rules that prohibit the bringing in of firearms. Now, these are rules that date back to the Civil War. Why does a member of Congress need to sneak a gun onto the House floor? The moment you bring a gun onto the House floor in violation of rules, you put everyone around you in danger. And so I don't really care what they say their intentions are. I care what the impact of their actions are. And the impact is to put all 435 members of Congress in danger. And it is absolutely outrageous that we even have to have this conversation.
True American patriots are not going to stand for this shit. And if you think we're not coming for you, guess what? You've already declared war amongst your people. We're coming. And 83 million people are not going to stand for this shit. So good luck, because I can assure you we'll be the last ones standing when it's all over with. For those of you who've been on my most recent videos, trying to spew hate and tell me that you're reporting me to the FBI. Excuse me if I don't fucking care.
I wasn't gonna make a video, but I fear for the safety of myself and my family, considering the fact the Secret Service has come in and interrogated my entire family the last 2 days, and they are looking for my whereabouts. I have no reason not to comply with you. However, I'm not meeting you anywhere. I'm not guilty of anything. And for those of you who have reached out to my local and state police to start this nonsense to begin with, I know exactly who you are. And trust me, I will be giving names out.
A little bit of how Tom Friedman describes the security situation in the country that President Biden inherits. He writes this: folks, we just survived something really crazy awful. 4 years of a president without shame, backed by a party without spine, amplified by a network without integrity, each pumping out conspiracy theories without truth, brought directly to our brains by social networks without ethics, all heated up by a pandemic without mercy.
National Guard troops have set up camp overnight in the U.S. Capitol for the first time since the Civil War to provide heightened security leading up to the presidential inauguration on January 20th. There are currently more than 6,000 National Guard members at the Capitol, and that number could increase in the following days.